Okay, so I know what my project's going to do. I know how it's going to do it. Now I need to figure out when it's going to do it. And as a serious-minded professional project manager, that should be my top priority right now. It should be, but it's not. Well, I'm supposed to be working on my project plan, but I've taken an unplanned break, which is further evidence that as soon as you have a plan, it's out of date. So the next thing I need to do on my project is write the plan and start to schedule exactly when things are going to happen, who's responsible for doing everything, me, and when it's all going to get done by. But how detailed does that plan need to be? I'm going to head back to London and ask an expert.
If you're planning your own work and you're the only person on the team, I would say plan at the level that helps you get the work done. So personally, I wouldn't have a Gantt chart for a project where it was just me. I would have a task list. I'd probably use my diary more. I'd put dates and things into my calendar so I knew what was coming up. And I would work out when I wanted things to be done by, or when I was reliant on third parties to do their bits. I wouldn't find personally using a Gantt chart process necessary for managing a project that small. Having said that, I did put my wedding in Microsoft Project, and that was only the two of us.
I'm really glad that I'm glad that Elizabeth said that. I didn't want to have to spend too much time going into an incredibly detailed plan for something that seems relatively simple. My philosophy on these things is always that we should have the least amount of governance to enable the appropriate amount of control. Having a fully detailed project plan just seemed like overkill for what I was trying to accomplish. That said, I have created a Gantt chart for this, not because I necessarily went out of my way to create one. It's just that there is a Gantt chart template within Excel, which in a previous video I've shown how to use that to very quickly throw together a project plan. And that's what I used. The most important part though is just listing the activities, who's responsible for everything, me, when things are going to be done by, probably late. So what I've done is I've included on this plan the main things that I've already done so far. You've probably seen these: the project startup, the business case, the options appraisal, and now the project plan, which is nearly complete. I've created a stage called execution where I'm doing all the building. So this is script writing, this is the recording, post-production and editing, the uploading, as well as a few other things such as getting the platform set up and making sure that I'll learn how to use it properly. I've assigned dates that would give me confidence that I can get this completed before the end of August. There are some parts I think will take a lot less time if I'm just able to focus during those periods and get them done. But you must remember, through all of this, I'm trying to balance a full-time job, full-time family, and anything else that happens to come up in the meantime. In terms of my approach, I've decided I'm going to create introductions for each of the 3 courses I'm creating, plus hopefully 3 lessons per course. And there's a good reason for that. I don't want to waste huge amounts of time creating a full course for something that nobody ever uses. I have to do some testing at some point to see if there's interest, to see if there are customers, see if there are people actually going on there and buying this course. If I get an indication that there are enough numbers during the testing period, then as part of my BAU activity after the project, I'll just continue to build new lessons every few weeks and upload them to the course. If I find there's no interest, then I'll delete the course. There's no point in keeping it there for no reason. I'm going to record all of the classes in 1 week. The motivation behind that is that I'll set up the studio once, which is incredibly time consuming. And then I can just focus on recording a course each night and give myself a few extra nights in case if things go wrong in the recording. I won't try to record them all on one day because I'll just be exhausted and the quality by the end will just be terrible. If I attack this schedule aggressively, I might be able to compress some of these activities, get them done sooner, and that'll give me a lot more confidence going into July and August that I can get this project completed on time. We have a decision to make now, you and I. I don't know quite how to present what's going to come next. I can document the process of me doing script writing and creating the courses. It's not strictly project management content, and my worry is it will be of low value to you. On the other hand, it might give you a useful insight into the delivery of the project itself and that execution stage. So could you let me know in the comments whether you want me to show that kind of content, and I'll be guided by you. Normally when I'm at this point in the video, I know which video I'm going to recommend to you to watch next, but I don't even know what the next video is I'm going to make. So whatever it is, watch this one next.